We're not condensing fractions right here.
Whatever.
Look, you can't give me an unbalanced fraction and not expect me to solve.
The Last of Us is going to be on HBO. They're making a show.
Yeah.
I hope that the person that played Ellie is playing Ellie. That'd be cool. Like the person that actually voice acted and that they've scanned her face. I hope she really plays Ellie. That'd be fucking sweet.
Ashley Johnson.
Whatever her name is.
Critical Role fame.
Ooh. Hey, Steve, you've mentioned that you really like prime numbers. Have you seen Northwood's
It's
riddle?
been fucking with me, all right?
I
got
figured
a
out
few.
one.
Okay.
Figured out one set, and it was 47, 1, and 3.
That doesn't add
No.
up to 50.
47,
That's a
1, and
Tool
2.
song.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see,
And the only reason I got that is because we talked about how 47 was a prime number.
it's fucked up because you need 3 numbers that are all prime that add up to 50. Okay? Except all prime numbers, except for 2, are odd. If you add
numbers.
2 prime numbers
So you need
together,
7s and 3s.
if you add 2 prime numbers together, or 2 odd numbers together, you get an even number. So then you have to add another even number to it to make it 50.
2.
So you have to find 2 prime numbers that add up to 48.
Fuck.
I got a few of them.
Yeah. There's apparently 5 sets.
43 and 5 and 2 is one.
Wait, you're allowed to use the 2? I thought they had to be prime.
Yeah,
2
2
is
is prime.
Oh.
It's
Although-
the
I
only
thought it was 1, 3,
even
5,
prime number.
7. 2's prime?
Yeah.
Yeah, a prime number is any number that cannot.
Divisible by itself in 1.
Right.
Yeah. You can't divide
I swear
2
when
by
I learned
anything
in
other
school,
than
though,
that.
it was 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, or whatever.
Well, 9 is
11.
prime.
No, not 9, 11.
And see, I'm not sure if 1 counts. I don't think 1 is a prime number. I think it's special. So I didn't use that one.
Interesting.
But maybe that one counts, and then that means there's more of them than I got. I think the other one was 37 and 9. No, I don't. 37 and 11 and 2.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got.
So we're an hour in, and we haven't read these emails from the past 2 weeks.
Oh, shit!
Bob, do you want to read this email from your girlfriend?
We got
Sure.
a new listener?
Or do you want me to read it?
You can read it.
I'll read it to you.
Okay.
From Courtney, last name redacted.
Yes.
To whom it may concern, the individual who took a bite out of the Kit Kat and posted it on Instagram is a monster
You
and
are a
needs to be
fucking
stopped.
monster.
Was it they were together still?
Yeah,
I
all
figured.
4.
That's how I eat my Kit
You're a
Kats.
fucking monster.
They're so much better that way.
No, at least fucking break them apart and stack them
No.
vertical.
My mouth isn't that big.
Yeah.
Why would
Kit
you?
Kats are only this thin. It'd only be like that thick.
Why would you break them apart?
Just eat it. It's a fucking candy, but just fucking open it and go.
You're a monster.
Right. I mean, if you want to share, break it apart. That's fine. But if you're going to eat it,
Just
that's
fucking
an
eat it.
extra step.
But
Yeah.
also, by the way, Twix was the correct answer for the best candy bar.
I like Twix.
Twix is good.
I don't like Twix at all.
I'm not a big Twix.
I like peanut butter
sometimes
Twix.
if I eat a Twix, I have to take
Yes.
the caramel off of the cookie and then eat them separately.
You know, I get it. If you want to leave your Kit Kats in one piece while you eat it, that's fine. I'm about it. Cool, whatever. But what kind of fucking weirdo peels their Twix apart? It's not fucking banana.
How do you peel it apart?
it just comes off.
This is-
It's not
That's
like
gotta
it's
be
like
so
It's like
messy.
layers.
it's not. Yeah, it's real easy. Can we get a Kit Kat? Can we get a Twix down here?
They just come apart like
Yeah, bring us a Twix.
Thanks.
If you're listening right now, bring
need
us a
an
apart like
Twix.
intern.
Oreos.
Can we get an
almost. They just-
intern?
There's no. It's covered in chocolate. You're getting
comes off
chocolate
like
under,
an
your-
Oreo.
under your.
Can we get
fucking-
an intern?
Yeah, I'm cool with
Your
it. I thought that's what
nail.
Abby was doing, but
Abby.
Abby?
Abby, we need an assortment of candy bars.
She's look. She's
Just put it on the expense
All
account.
Yeah.
Also, no self-respecting adult would say that their favorite food is Uncrustables. Thank you, Bobbert, for spreading these falsities to your vast listening audience.
Fuck me, Ron.
Damn.
I just got roasted.
For the most part, I still like you, and I will continue to listen, largely for the dulcet tones of Bob's voice.
They're not.
Keep up the good work.
They're
Respectfully, C.
Do you call her C?
No, I call her.
Well,
by
she
her name.
fucking calls herself C.
Yeah,
well.
so you guys got to start calling her C just out of nowhere.
All right.
Did we read
Thanks for that.
Bill's
See?
email?
It's probably irrelevant
Beetlejuice,
now.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
They're probably all irrelevant now because it was for last week's show.
There was a show last week?
I mean, like it was supposed to be.
Yeah, well, whatever, we're gonna
was
read it.
2 weeks ago, I sent the thing
you want me to-
for the next week's.
Do you want me
which
to
didn't
read your
happen.
email, or do you want to
Yeah,
read it?
you can read it.
From Billiard. Yes.
Wow, he's sitting right next to me.
That's the subject is Beetlejuice, motherfucking Beetlejuice.
Are you really mad that I spelled it that way?
No, that wasn't.
Yes, that's how you spell his name, by the way. What the fuck, Bob? You didn't even mention your tattoo today. I mean, yeah, you mentioned it last week, but the viewers wanted an update. You need to start using your handbook for the recently deceased more often.
Yeah, you're right.
By the way, for anyone listening who is recently deceased, if you've lost your handbook, you can download a new one at audible.com. If you don't already have Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/breakfast at Stevenies to get a free trial and one free book. Disclosure, the handbook for the recently deceased most likely isn't on audible.com. P.S. Sean, come back.
Ooh,
Sean, come back to be a guest. Sean, come back
to be a guest.
Sean, come back.
Bring some cake.
That's all.
Yes, and bring us the Twix. Candyman.
Oh, fuck!
No,
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
I'd rather do Beetlejuice.
Hold on, what are you talking
my
about?
bride. Candyman?
Did you guys see that trailer?
Yeah, it looks so
Or whatever?
cool.
Yeah, and he's in it. The original Candyman guy's in it.
Tony motherfucking Todd. I almost fell
Yeah,
off
dude.
I almost tripped. Okay, when me and Chris lived at whatever the Washington Ave.
Right next to the high school.
No. By the library. Those
Carriage house?
Yeah.
yeah, but the ones next to like the historical, the one. Anyway, we were sitting at. He was sitting on the balcony out there. Fucking
Wow.
I'm
Dom
concerned.
DeLuise over here.
Do you need some water?
I have some.
Love it.
You okay, Bob?
Yeah, fine. And I tripped. I was walking
On
out.
the
and
balcony?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I was walking out, and I was like, Tony, Todd's a fucking, and I tripped over Chris's foot and almost fell over the balcony.
God.
So that would have been on my gravestone. Tony Todd was a fucking. Here lives Bob. Tony Todd was a fucking.
Tony Todd was a fucking.
Super weird. You guys mentioned Candyman butthole tattoos. And a Candyman trailer just dropped today. It's a Jordan Peele movie. And it looked like the original Candyman actor was in it.
I forgot there was more. That was still my email.
Google, critical security alert. Someone just used your password to try to sign into your account. Google blocked them, but you should check what happened.
That's not part of the email.
Was that from you, Bill?
It was
No,
from.
that part's not part of the email.
Are you trying to hack our email, Bill?
How do you know?
Damn, look at that. Look at that. Look at that box.
Look at that box.
Look at that box.
Hey guys, look at that box.
Check out that box.
Have you ever tried to make specific shapes on there?
He made a fucking whale.
Guys, I saw a video recently of a guy who could talk backwards.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Smarter every
Fucking
day.
Weird.
What?
Was it Smarter Every Day?
Smarter every day. Oh, I don't know.
That's the guy
I don't know
on
his
YouTube.
name, but I saw him do it. They
Oh
were
my
like,
God.
he was like, give me something to say. So they told him
Smarter
a sentence,
every
and he
day.
said it backwards. It was fucking nuts.
That
And then
is
they
wild.
They
How do you
recorded it on his phone and then played it backwards, and it said correctly forward what he said backwards.
How do you parse how to fucking talk backwards?
I don't know. This guy was fucking wild.
His brain works.
I don't fucking trust him.
Did you see the one where they like put him in this situation where they got all these dudes around him shooting guns and like
No.
Why? He like started out with just really simple stuff, like, you know, say this thing backwards. And then he kept trying to make the situation weirder to see if he could fuck up his system.
Okay.
And so he like made him say something about a chicken. And then he gave him a chicken and was like, hold this chicken. Now say it. And like it kept getting progressively weirder until he was out in a field and there were these dudes out shooting fucking guns and like target practicing. And there was like a drone flying around. And he was like, all right, so start talking about what's going on now. And he was able to say back. He sort of messed some of it up when it got really stressful. But
Well, yeah.
still, it was
You're going to
pretty
mess up
good.
what you're going to
Nuts.
say.
It's crazy how his brain works, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I can't spell things backwards, let alone pronounce them backwards.
Yeah, can you say the alphabet backwards?
No.
ZYXW.
backwards. It was really...
Good job, Steve. I've never once heard that successfully done, and you done it. Good job.
Keep it simple, stupid.
ZYXWVU
T.
WVIZ.
R.
Say that.
See, if the first do is easy, that Z Y X W V T V U T, that part's easy.
CBA.
POMLKJIHGFEDCBA.
Yeah,
Can we get a fact checker in on this?
Huh?
I wasn't listening.
I'll just go in and I'll take it and I'll
Write that number down.
reverse it.
Yeah.
If I reverse me saying the letter A, is it still going to sound like
No.
A?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like SpongeBob saying, "Yeah."
It's weird, man. I don't understand.
Well, it's like you would think that like an sound, so like dinner. In my mind,
Rat.
in reverse, it would be re,
Yeah,
but it's
rat.
not. It's because that's the sound you make is
Dinner.
Yeah, see the sound and the spelling of it, it'd be reh backwards, but
It's
say it, yeah.
yeah.
So that guy's brain is
I don't know
crazy.
the weird things, and he tried to explain how some of it worked, but like,
Get nailed.
can you imagine trying to make a plosive backwards? Yeah, it's wild, right?
Well, you couldn't puff on the thing without
I'll tell you what.
forward
I'll tell you what you can puff on though.
Pelosi's.
So I don't know if you guys are into it. Smarter Every Day is he's an engineer, does YouTube videos,
Okay.
and he does some really fun stuff. And he did the talking backwards one, and he made it stressful to see if it would fuck it up because he also learned how to ride a bike where the handlebars worked opposite the handlebars on a regular bike.
Fuck that.
Well, he learned how to do it.
So it was
And
like
as soon as he was able to do that, he could no longer ride a regular bike because he got so used to doing it backwards. But he said as soon as like his phone would ring, it would snap him out of the mode and he'd wreck. And so he wanted to see if having things throw this guy off would throw off his backwards abilities, and it did.
That's cool.
Yeah.
so wait,
Science.
is it like and I just lost what I was trying to think of. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Like
you're
if
talking about
you
the bike?
you got the handlebars.
So it'd be like turning the seats around in a car and driving it rear wheel, right?
Well, kind of, but on the bike,
So
you know,
right
your
makes
tire
you go
and your-
left, left makes you go right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it completely throws off the way that you balance because, you know, you start leaning this way, you turn this way.
Yeah.
Well, it was geared so that instead of your handlebar and your tire moving together,
Yeah.
they worked opposite. So if
Yeah.
you started falling this way, you had to turn.
Compensate the other
com-
way.
That
Yeah.
makes my head hurt.
He said nobody can ride this bike, and
not
then
e-
proceeded to learn how to ride it.
I'm not even hungover, and that makes my head hurt.
We could fix that.
I don't want to be hungover.
Yeah.
Good.
I think we're closing in on wrap up time. Anybody got anything going on this week? Anybody looking forward to anything?
Bob, you got anything going on this week? Like